morning everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. So today is just kind of going to be a regular day. I'm just getting the milk farm ready right now. And I kind of thought I'd set you guys up and show you how that goes, just in case maybe you missed some of that. So it was all set up for the wash yesterday. Last night Brent ran the wash, so it's going to have this long metal pipe on it, which just basically runs the stuff onto the ground. It's going to have this elbow on it, which obviously curves so that it can go into the tank. I set one of my clamps, which just looks like this right here, and one of these washers up on the tank because I'm going to be using one of those to hook this actually into the tank. But the other one I'm just going to set here with the elbow, and the other washer I don't need, so I'm just going to set it right there. And I'm going to grab a stock filter from the case that we keep it in, because we keep it in an airtight case. So this is what the sock filter looks like. I'm going to grab this little spring looking thing. I'm going to stick one finger in the sock, kind of open it up, hold it with my hand, and then slide this down in. Pat it down in there a few times. And then we're going to crimp the end, and we're going to stick it in the pipe. I'm going to hit it a few times just to make sure it's in there good. Grab my elbow and my other clamp. Put it on here. You can probably hear Brent outside with the hay bale. Tighten that up. And then we're going to push it over this way. I'll turn it so you can see that. Push it over here, pick it up over the pipe, and then set it right there. This, which just goes down into the tank, I'm going to set that in the tank, put my gasket on top of it, pick up the pipe, put that on there, make sure it's good and straight, and then put my other clamp on. This little plunger right here, you have to pull it out when you're milking and push it in when you're washing things, so I'll pull that out, so that's locked in. And then I'll just start unhooking machines, which takes a minute because they're cold right now. What I try to do is I just try to stick 2 fingers on either side of this cup and then just kind of like shimmy the inflation out of it so that you don't pull the cups off of the actual metal bar, because that has happened many times. Alright, so now that I have all the machines I'm done, this is the iodine that we use for milking, and this is the concentrated iodine. So I'm just going to take about 1/4 cup of this, and I'm just going to pour that in there. Cover back on. And then I'm going to fill this up, just so we'll be ready for milking. I like to fill it up about 1/4 of the way with cold water and then the rest of the way with warm water. Just so it's like lukewarm, because I feel like I would rather have lukewarm water instead of cold water, but got that full. Take it out and put it in the cart. And then we can carry machines. Here's the cart that we use when we're milking. I know I've introduced this before, but if maybe you didn't see either of those videos. So it has a bunch of stuff in it, just like some liniment. It's very dirty. There's some liniment down there, and we keep the iodine down there, and then we have a bunch of towels up here that we wash the cows with, both me and Brent's dip cups, and we just lean the hoe up against it, and we just take that down with us while we're milking and just kind of move it along while we're milking. Brent is up there getting the wrap bale ready. They're going to be getting a wrap bale inside, and then they're going to be getting a dry bale outside because they are going outside this morning. But typically the first thing we do when we get here in the morning is I will get their cornmeal ready, Brent hoes out and runs the cleaner. And another thing is, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you heard me say in like 2 videos previous that the barn cleaner chain broke and we were worried that it was getting old and it was going to start breaking. But so far we've had really good luck. It's still running really well, so that's really good. I thought I'd update you guys about that. But I did want to show you guys that we also got our fan back. So we just installed it last night. I'll shut that off so I can turn it back on for you, just so you can see it. So we put that back in last night. We got it yesterday. It looks really good. Brent decided just to fix this one rather than get a new one because this one is just like so much better quality than anything you could buy nowadays. But you can see the guy cleaned the motor all up and he put a new bearing in it. He did have to replace all the blades on it because they just kind of fell apart when he took it out. So that was the most expensive thing, is he had to put new blades on it. But I kind of want to show you guys how it works now. Works like a charm now, so that's great. While I was up here, I wanted to show you guys 2 cows that I had picked out to introduce to you today, so we'll get to that. This right here is a heifer. I call her Kat. Her name is Katrina. She is probably about 3 years old. We did get her from somebody else. She is due to calve in the next month, so I'm really excited to show you guys that. So that is Kat, one of our new heifers. And then down here, we have M&M. So M&M is really not her name. She just has a calf whose name is Maggie. So I call her Maggie's mother, so hence where she got the name M&M. And something about her is she has this one horn right here that we keep cutting off, and it keeps growing back and just growing right back into her head. So, and obviously both her and the heifer I just showed you are both Holsteins, purebred Holsteins. She is about 5 years old. So, yeah. That's the 2 girls. Now I've got to get carrying machines, and I've got to go around with that bale, and Brent is probably wondering what the heck I'm doing this morning. I did already carry 3 of the machines down, but I wanted to show you guys how to carry the other 3 down. And I just wanted to show you guys, hold on. Okay, hopefully that stays there because the last time I set it here it fell off. So I just wanted to show you guys how I would get these machines so that I can get them apart when I get up there, because I am going to carry all 3 of them. So I just wanted to show you like how I grab them so that I can keep all of the hoses straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the first pulsator and I'm going to throw it over my shoulder. And I'm going to grab the milk line of the first machine. Make sure this is all the way up here, because if it's not, they get hooked into each other and it's a nightmare. Make sure those are untangled. Grab my first machine and toss it over that shoulder as well. So one machine is completely on this shoulder. And I'm going to grab this one, put it in this hand. Grab the other hose to this machine, put it in this hand. And then I'm going to throw this over my shoulder as well. So this machine is all undone. And I'm just going to take my last free arm, grab these 2, toss this one over the shoulder, and then we're good to go. Brent is currently out getting them their dry bale. You can see their rat bale right there. That cow is having a great day eating all that. To hoe out again probably before we milk the cows, because they always make a mess just before we start milking, and for some reason they're so excited about their feed and everything that they step forward and they usually crap ahead, so we have to hoe them out before we start milking. But right now I'm going to be going around with this bale. Excuse me, pardon me. Alrighty, so yesterday this was not running very good. Oh, that reminds me, I've got quite a story for you guys. So last night, I was going around with a bale. It was a rat bale, looked just like this. Beautiful. Perfect bale. Well, some of it kind of went under, and it was a little like bump. I don't know how to explain it. There was a little bit of a bump of hay. So it kind of like picked the bale up and kind of rolled it sideways a little bit. Happens all the time. Well, it happened to happen at the exact same moment that a cow decided she was going to reach out and grab right a hold of the bale. There was about half a bale left. So she grabbed a hold of it, and it was just right, so she pulled it right off the whole baling roller. So we had to roll this entire bale down that whole side because she pulled it off and we could not get it back on. So that was fun. That was a nice little thing to have to do, extra. But hopefully it goes better this morning. Miss Patricia right here got her collar off. She's a heifer, so we try to keep collars on the heifers and just some of the jerseys in general because, I mean, they have such small necks, the chain's kind of too long sometimes. So I'm going to put her collar back on her. Her collar looks like it's a little worse for wear anyway, but... these cows they'll lose a collar or chain, and typically they don't leave, they just stand right where they are. Okay. I don't really know how they even get these off. Slides through a loop and everything, so I don't know. But I mean, I've seen them get this bolt snap off and it not be broken. Don't know how they do it. It's a mystery. So now I gotta hoe out. I'm gonna sit down and have a little cup of coffee and also some cereal probably because sometimes I do that. I'll show you guys how I do that. So I usually just bring a little bit of cereal in like a bag. And I clean out a coffee cup with like hot boiler water, and I have a spoon that I bring with me. So I will just take that, I'll put my cereal in it, I've already got it in there. This is Count Chocula if you're wondering. Because I am an adult. I will just take the milk straight out of the tank, because that's why farmers have such good immune systems. Put the cover back on. I just love cereal. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat that, and Brent's probably inside getting coffee, so we're gonna have a little bit of coffee break, and then we will get into milking the girls, and then we will let them out. But something that we do also have to do today is we do need to de-lice the cows, just because you can see a lot of them are itching, because for some reason in the winter they get lice pretty bad. I don't know why, they just always do. I'll show you one that's pretty bad. So this Holstein right here, you can see just these like round lap marks on her side. That means she has lice. We've been hunting for the dust, but we can't find any of it anywhere. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's just out of season or something. I mean, you would think cows always they can have lice anytime, so I don't know why we're having such a hard time finding it, but we're gonna go to a place that we called and they do have some, so we're gonna go pick that up today. And we also are gonna pick up minerals today, because if you guys don't know, we do not feed our cows grain. They get cornmeal, and by grain I mean commercial like pellet grain. They don't get that. They get cornmeal, and they also get this high quality mineral. It's called lactation mineral. Cargill actually does it. That's my favorite one. It's really good mineral. So we do just feed them that. They get one of these scoops a piece in the morning, and that's what they get for that. So we do need to pick up some more of that because we only have one bag left. So we need to make sure that they have that, because that's really what keeps them healthy, keeps their fertility up and everything. So we do need to get some of that and some powder. We do have some powder right here, so that probably will do some of it. We do need another bag. So yeah, we're gonna get that today, but I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna have some cereal and some coffee, and then we will get into milking. Okay, so we are on the very last machines. We are almost done milking. It's about 8 o'clock. Some of the girls have already laid down. Most of them are still standing. So when we are done milking, I will stay out here with the remaining milking cows, and I will take the machines into Brent and he will wash them. And when we're done milking, he will run the pipeline and I will let the girls out. That's just kind of been our ritual for like years now, so that's just the way we do it. We've gotten into a pattern. Unless he's not here, I almost never wash the machines. Sometimes I do run the line, but not very often. It's usually him. So yeah, I've got to finish taking these machines into Brent. Then we'll let the girls out, and then we have to go get the lice treatment, and then we'll come back and we'll de-lice the girls. So we just got all the stalls hoed out, and it made me think of a question one of you guys had. Somebody asked if the gutter was ever a problem, and it's never really a problem for the cows. You obviously have one or two that every once in a while it's like they lose their mind and forget that the gutter is like not scary. and they'll jump over it like it's the Grand Canyon, but usually it's not a problem. Like 99.9% of the time, it's not an issue. The only issue is me. Like sometimes I will forget the gutter is even there and just step right into it and then like fall into a cow, which is kind of scary because not only you got the sensation of like falling, but then you're falling in between 2,000-pound animals. So that's an issue sometimes. My clumsiness is always an issue. But other than that, for the cows, it's not generally a problem. Even heifers don't really seem to be bothered by it. Like I said, every once in a while you have a cow that just forgets themselves and acts like it's just a huge canyon, but most of the time, not a problem. So when I was hoeing out, Brent came out and asked me if I could oil this fan, which I've never done before, so that's a new thing. So we'll see if we can figure that out. I got the step stool out here and some axle gear oil, and he said, so we'll crawl up there and look at it. General Electric. So every 3 years of normal use, you're supposed to lube it, I guess, like 25,000 hours. So he said there's like 2 little flip things on it. See anything. Do not over oil. Like that? Is that what I'm supposed to oil? I'm gonna say like that is what I'm supposed to be oiling. Perhaps. Yep, so let's do that. I got taken a closer look and I did find the other oiling place. It is right here. Okay. I guess that's how you do it. I don't know. It seems fine. It actually doesn't make any noise now. It was squeaking before. So, mission accomplished, I guess. Now we're headed out to get the cow's lice treatment. I don't really think we're going to do anything else today. But we will come back a little bit earlier tonight so we can milk them a little bit earlier just so we have enough time to get that lice treatment on them tonight. That's how a normal day goes on a dairy farm. There's always little jobs to do. Obviously, you always have to milk the cows twice a day, but there's always something to be done. So I will get back to you guys tonight when we're putting the lice treatment on the girls. So just like that, it is nighttime milking. I had to shut that fan off so that you guys could hear me. The girls are in, obviously, and we're just getting ready to milk them. But I wanted to show you guys, I have all my stuff down here to de-lice the cows. I guess the plan is that we're gonna milk them, and as we get up through, like we'll milk the first probably 6 or so, and then we'll come back and we'll dust the ones that we've already milked, because you're not supposed to do it before you milk. You're supposed to do it after you milk because it's not good for them to have it on them when you're milking. But this stuff I don't think is as bad because it's made for a dust bag, so it can't be as bad. It is made for dairy cows, so we had to specifically look at that because there is different stuff for beef cows that you can't use on dairy. But anyway, so we like the dust because it seems to work best for us. We tried 2 different kinds of liquid stuff over the summer and it didn't work at all, and we ended up going with the dust. You saw that. We did have some of that left, so I've just got it in the, I don't know if this is like a 3-gallon pail or what. And I've got a little scoop in here. So the directions on this one say to do 2 ounces, but to do it as needed. So we're probably going to give them a little more than 2 ounces since they have pretty bad lice. So it's like a half a cup that we have in there. So I'm thinking that's probably more like 3 or 4 ounces. But we've asked the vet about that before and he said it doesn't hurt them. So because obviously they can just use a dust bag as much as they want. Not like they're rubbing underneath it and they're like, whoa, I got my 2 ounces, gotta walk away now. So what I will do is I'll just probably take this, I'll just kind of sprinkle it like that over their neck and down their back. I can show you with this cow right here. So I would kind of sprinkle it like up near her neck a little bit, kind of over on each side of her shoulder, all the way down her back, and then on each side of her hip bones, and then on the very end of her tail. And that's how we'll do it. So yeah.
come out of there very good. It does have a shaker on it, but my weak little arms wouldn't be able to hold that up all the time. You look like you're gonna be crazy. Okay, so we are finished delicing the girls, and the little powdered donuts have been embedded, and they are finally relaxing. I think they're more than a little peeved at me. You can tell by her face. Not extremely happy with me. It did go pretty well. I didn't get like kicked or stepped on or anything, so that was really good. But anyway, I have to call it a night and let the girls sleep and make some milk. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed watching just some of the things that go on a daily basis on a small farm. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.